Hey there, it's Perry. Welcome back to the channel. And it's Sunday. It's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all of you mothers out there that might be watching this video today. I am deciding to put out a Spotlight Acro today. It's Sunday. It seems to be the best day of the week for me to jump into them. But as usual, we kind of like to walk around the tank and just do a quick download on what's been going on. And yeah, everything's going well. As you can see, colors are really starting to improve. The overall structure since the bubble algae removal is looking even better. Some repositioning of corals, they're settling in, and the colors are really starting to get dialed. Just overall, man, how excited I am when I step back and I sit in my chair, and then this is my view when I'm having a little bite to eat every day. So yeah, a really cool view. I'm really stoked to be in the hobby, to be able to share the experiences with you guys. And so thanks for stopping by. Again, happy Mother's Day. And yeah, so today we're going to talk about a really cool coral. I got it from Tim Herman, but it's one of Adam's corals from Battlecorals, and it's called the Skinny Love. So yeah, so showing you enough angles, so let's jump into it. So how about that for a view, huh? I don't get on this side of the tank that often, so I'm not quite sure what I'm seeing. I'm limited on how much I can really look at the camera right now. So hopefully you're seeing something pretty. However, the main emphasis right now is in the center of the screen, and that's the Battlecoral Skinny Love, and that's one of Adam's, one of his best corals. I mean, he's got so many awesome pieces, but I am a big fan of the smooth skin corals, as you know, and this one, if you collect smoothies, must have in your aquarium. Now, some of the blues you guys are not able to pick up on, but the base of the coral right now, I'm not sure how it's looking, but it looks a little bit more like light blue, kind of like a pastel blue. It's anything but. The blue that I'm seeing here is a very electric sky blue in the base, trending towards a deeper, almost violet at the tips. And in between that base and the tips, there is some pearling effect. And I spoke to my buddy Matt recently, who's a reefer as well, in SB. What up, dude? And I just was like, dude, anytime I see white in a coral, like soon we'll get into the CC highlighter, and I'm getting some white in there, and I'm just like so excited about it. But this one has that pearling effect too, and we'll show it on the top down. And man, I just get all giddy, and I was like laughing with him the other day. I was like, man, I just get like so giddy when I see that pearling or white in the acros. It just tells me that colors are really going in the right direction. But as you can see, a smooth variety. I was thinking it was granulosa. Tim assured me it's not. Really don't have an ID on it. So it would be unfair for me to really take a guess at this time, but I don't believe it's granulosa. When I look at the radial corallites, they don't resemble, to me, the spacing doesn't resemble, like, you know, the internode spacing does. It's too kind of random. I could be wrong, but to me it doesn't have that proper effect. So not sure. But then when the tips get that tubular effect, then it throws me off, making me feel it's granulosa. So it's one of them things where it's just really hard to, you know, to understand which piece that is. Let's take another look. I recently mounted it, and the next look you'll see some of the shading. It should, you know, color up in all good time, but I want you to see the growth structure on it. So right there you can see that that's more of a tanning effect due to it sort of washing itself out. You can see that on the cricket spine too, which is just below it, another battle coral smoothie. And we'll get into that one separately, maybe a deny on that, I'm not sure. That is an absolute stunner as well in its own right, but I want her to color up a little bit more before I show her off. But yeah, you can see this one is, you're kind of seeing the underside of it, so you're not seeing the best part of this Acro from this view. But I thought it was worthy of a view in a sense that you're getting a whole different perspective than the one I just showed you from a growth perspective. But you can see on that branch to the left, you can see that lighter in the base of the coral, and then on the on the radial coralites, you can see how they get darker, and so it sort of shows that contrast, right, between the two, which I think is absolutely cool looking. So let's go to top down. Okay, and again, this is where it all happens, right? When we go to the top down view, it's really where you start to see some of the electricity happen in the corals. They show their pop. Now, when I was speaking to Matt the other day, he was, saying he really liked the spotlight because I'm showing, real representation, and especially for new people, they can sort of know what to expect by seeing it very realistically under full spectrum, and going into different views and angles offers somebody new into SPS, and particularly this piece, what to expect. So, hey, thanks, Matt. Man, that was a compliment indeed. So yeah, you can see that this one definitely showcases those transitional colors really nicely. Again, that electric blue is absolutely stunning. The camera is not showing it. It's showing you a not as pretty version of blue, but that's okay. I think you can get the idea that this is a must-have. So Adam from Battlecorals, well done, my man. You have brought us an amazing piece. Tim Herman is the guy that I got it from, and that's Thurman on Reef to Reef Indoor Eco Exotic Systems on Instagram. Thanks for joining me.